Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. We are live on Facebook via Zoom, which is why it always takes a second to check in and know that I'm actually live with you. If you are joining me for today's and Tuesday's training on a Monday, because I have a hospital appointment tomorrow. You don't get to change these appointments these days anymore. So Tuesday's training is on Monday this week, but that's okay. If you forgot that announcement, if you missed it and you're here on Tuesday watching the replay, let me know. Pop it into comments, #replay. If you're watching live, let me know, say hello. Today we are going to look at the 3 biggest reasons that you're not reaching your goals. And why am I looking at that topic today? I'm looking at that topic today because we hear so much about the steps that we must take in order to reach our goals, but then you put together your plan and you start working towards your goals and you're not seeing the results that you like. Okay, you're not seeing the results that you want. So, hi, Joe. Thank you. So, what's going on? Let's troubleshoot and find out. And I'm going to share with you the 3 biggest reasons that I find with my clients why they are not reaching their goals. And as I share this with you, you will get aha moments in your own life if you apply what I'm speaking about to your specific goals. And as we work through this training, as you hear me harp on about all the reasons that people aren't reaching their goals, if any questions pop up, any aha moments, pop them into comments, and I'll answer them for you. And I'll also come back and answer anything that's on the replay. So whether you're live or on the replay, get it into comments and let's move through a couple of blocks that might be holding you back. So number 1, which is what I always go on about, it's a huge, people do it all of the time. And when I work with my clients, it's the very first thing that I look at with them. It's, okay, what are your goals? Okay. And are they too vague? Number 1, goals are just too vague. Your goals for success need to be precise. They need to really pinpoint what it is that you want. So, for example, there's no point saying my goal is to stop procrastinating, for example, because that could mean anything. And how will you measure that? It doesn't work. The mind loves clarity, and there's way too much confusion going on with that type of goal. Another goal, I will eat healthier. Okay, how are you going to measure that? How will you know whether you've eaten healthy or not? What if, you set your goal on a Monday? What if it comes to Wednesday and you feel like a donut? You could amend your goal, because the mind will do this, the ego. You'll amend your goal. Well, I'll eat well like 80% of the time, and you'll eat the donut. And then you've fell off the wagon. Because the brain does not like confusion. So when you think about your goals, are they precise? Do you know exactly what your goal is? So, for example, I'll stop procrastinating. It could be I will fully complete this contract for my client by Thursday. Okay, now that's a short-term goal. If it's a long-term goal, it could be I will earn 50K by August 2021, okay? Because you don't want it to be 2025. So have a think about your goals. Are they precise? Because if they're too vague, your mind will just have a field day. Your mind will just love that they're vague. Because when you spell out exactly what you do, you can begin to see yourself doing it. You can begin to visualize the end result. And as you begin to visualize the end result, you are rewiring those neural pathways. You're rewiring, and you begin to move towards that future, okay, with greater ease. That's number one. And that's probably the most important, and that's why it's number one. So really, really look at your goals. Really look at them and know, or have that assurance that they are so precise that you can clearly see that goal. You can see the date, you can see maybe what you're wearing, where you are when you meet the goal. See everything. Get really, really involved in the end result of the goal, so that it's so specific that your mind is like, oh, okay, that's my life. Your brain, your mind doesn't know. It's no sense of time, and it's no sense of what's fact and what is fiction. So what your mind will do what you tell it. So if you're very specific about what your goal is, and you're easily able to visualize that goal because it's so specific, your mind then is like, this is what we're doing. This is who we are now. This is what life is like now. Okay, it doesn't know that it's not real, and that you're just working towards it. So really use your mind to your advantage. And you will see huge results. Okay, so number 2, which is huge as well, is one of the big reasons why you aren't possibly reaching your goals is because your goals are not congruent with your values or your beliefs. And I used to do this, okay? I used to do this when I was younger. I wasn't sure what I wanted to work at. Now, little did I know then that I just wasn't meant to be an employee. I was meant to be an entrepreneur. But back then it was like, okay, what sort of job do I want to do? Like, I literally don't know what I want to do, because I wasn't happy in any of the roles. I wasn't, there was no fizz in my life, in my work life. So when I thought about things, it was like, okay, well, I want to help people. I like being, the secretarial stuff, because I did reception work for a while in a huge hair salon. Looking back, probably the best thing about that was just that I got my hair and stuff done for free. So, it was like, oh, what do I want? What do I want? And I thought that, the hair salon at the time was very, very bitchy. And I remember thinking, this isn't the environment for me. It feels so empty. So that's what, switched my mind of, okay, so I want to work in a medical profession, because then when I'm answering the phones, I'm actually helping people at a deeper level. Okay, which was a really funny way to look at it back then, but I'm just telling you my thought process. So off I went to become a medical secretary in a holistic fertility clinic, and it was fine. But guess what? My beliefs, my values are freedom, family. Guess what I didn't have? I didn't have the freedom because I was employed. This should have been the first thing. If I'd have looked at my values first, I wouldn't have had to have had like 25 jobs in my lifetime, which I did have, at least, probably. Things could have changed much faster. So freedom, in a 9 to 5, I didn't have that freedom. Family was, top of my values. And yet I wasn't there to pick up my children from school. Somebody else was picking up my children. I had an au pair. So whilst, yes, one of my values was, being of service to others and helping others to, move through transition or to make changes, which is what I was doing in my role, it wasn't enough, because the other 2 values they weren't congruent with the work that I was doing. So have a look at your goals and see, are they congruent with your values? I'll tell you another one, a sticky one that a client got caught with before. And she was growing her business, and she employed a Facebook ad strategist, and she started. Now, the strategist was very good in her field. She'd been recommended, and her ability was not in question. So she was working with this lady, and after about 6 weeks, she says, Nora, I'm not selling any programs. The outcomes of this is not working, and there's so much money going into them. She's starting to get a bit nervous. Now, the thousands and thousands. And here's the thing, when we worked through it, when I coached her through what was going on, guess what came up? She did not agree with where all the money for the Facebook ads were going. So she wasn't congruent with it. So she had that conflict within herself that all the money that she was spending that would be better placed, giving discounts to clients or charities or whatever it may be. And because of that, it was creating a block in her program and in selling these through the Facebook ads. And actually, when she stopped doing that, when she realized, okay, I'm not really happy with where all this money is going, and when she stopped spending all that money on ads, guess what? She began to get clients organically. So really have a look at any areas that are not going as well as you would like. Are they in line with your beliefs, with your belief system, and with your values? And if not, how can you change it? How can you change it to come into alignment with where you are as a person, what you believe in, and watch the changes occur, watch the success occur quite easily. Because it's not about doing more. It's not about doing more. It is about it's about alignment. Of course, it's about alignment, but it's about a state of being. Okay, and being in alignment is super, super important. Absolutely. So then number 3, the final one is not having a time frame. So when you think about your goal, when you think about your specific goal that is in alignment with your belief system and your values and you as a person and as a business owner and all of the things, do you have a time frame? Do you have a specific time frame? Now, I have seen with clients that they can tend to not want to put a time frame onto their goals. And they say, well, every time, if I say I'm going to earn 50K by August, for example, and then August comes and I haven't earned 50K, I just feel like a failure. So, I just have that I want to earn 50K and, maybe in 2021 or in the next 12 months or whatever, and then I'll start moving towards it. Now, if your goal really was to earn 50K in 12 months, that would be fine as a time frame. But if you're not putting a time frame on your goals because you don't want to be met with the possibility of failure, then that's creating a block as well. So when you write your goals out, put a time frame on it, and put the time frame on it that you want, bearing in mind that success happens in an instant. Now, of course, success, the very nature of success is working towards that goal in the first place. Okay, so you're already a success. So what I mean here is successful goal. Okay, so the success of your goal happens in an instant. You can be working towards 50K months for 10 years, and you keep going and you never give up. And then one day, or in an instant, you hit that 50K month. But it didn't happen in that instant. It happened for your 10 years previous, where you didn't give up, where you kept the faith, where you continue to learn and develop and grow and become the person that earns 50K months. You see? But what happens is, when you're setting your goals and you're not putting a definite date on it, because you're apprehensive that, well, if I don't make it, I feel like a failure, then when you're thinking about failure, then you've already failed in terms of your mind, because what you expect will come to life, come to your reality. So if things come up for you, such as, well, maybe you've had disappointment before when you've set goals and they haven't been met, that's okay. We've all been there. But it's a gift. When you get to your date, the specific date that you write down on your goal, when you get there, it's a time of evaluation. Did you meet your goal or did you not? It's not win or lose. It's wins or learnings. Okay, so if you met your goal, great. What steps, what worked for you to help you to meet your goal? If you didn't, what learnings were there? Why didn't you? How could we course correct so that the next 3 months you're more likely to reach your goal? Because it's not about always putting a date on your goal and succeeding. It's about giving your mind that clarity, that focus, and that date for completion. Will you always complete it by that date? No. And so what? Push out the date for another 6 or 8 weeks. But you don't allow yourself to feel negative or feel like you've failed. And if that is coming up for you when you're setting goals on your dates, if your mind is playing those negativity tricks on you, journal it out. Journal it out. Why am I feeling negative? And maybe it'll come up that, well, previously, you've set goals and you've not met them. And that's okay, and maybe you beat yourself up around that. But that's not the way it is, where it's just to help you focus. So don't avoid putting dates on, because our minds need that clarity. Journal if any negativity comes up around those dates. For example, limiting beliefs. Who do you think you are to have a goal like that? Because another thing is, we don't want to be under goaling. We want to be over aiming, always towards the quantum, always. Because whether you go for a 5K month or a 50K month, doesn't matter. Okay, the money is irrelevant. Okay, so aim high, because you're always working towards a goal anyway. Any negative beliefs that come up around that's your opportunity and a gift to you to be able to work through that, and be grateful that you've uncovered them. Because when you uncover these beliefs, when they come to the forefront of your mind, you get that chance to acknowledge them and say, Mr. Pesky, and you can work through it. Write them down. Okay, where's this come from? Why do I have this? Is it true? If it's not true, discard it, let go of it. If there's some truth to it, maybe you've set goals before that you haven't met, then reframe what goal setting is to you. See goal setting as this gift that allows you to stay focused on your path with a specific end date in time. And when you get to that end date, you can expand, or you can change, or you can pick a new one, because there's no rules. There's no rules. We get to choose our own rules. value number 1, freedom. So you can course correct or change things anytime you like. So to recap, number 1, the 5 reasons, your goal's too vague. Okay. If your goal's too vague, overwhelm, confusion, if you're feeling those things, revisit your goals. Okay. Number 2, it's not connected with your values. It's incongruent. If there's incongruencies there, so look at something that's not a goal, that's not that you're not breaking through on, and explore around that. What's going on? Is there something that is unaligned with me, who I am, what I believe in, what my values are? Because if you uncover that, you can remove the block. So have a look at that. And then the third one, the time. Put a time on there. Put a time. Be brave. Be brave. Knowing that you can put your heart and soul into it and absolutely move towards it. And the only way is success. And, we want to, of course, master our mind for that success and envision that success and all of that at the certain date. Knowing that when that date comes, it's there to be extended. It's there for you to evaluate your wins and your learnings and to move on and keep moving on. It's growth. It's all success. You're already successful. There's not many people who are studying their mindset, who are working on the personal development every day, who have already decided that whether it takes 1 year or 10 years, we're going to be a success. And that's it. There's not many people with that definite purpose. So you're already successful. So congratulate yourself. Have a little look at your goals. Tweak them. Have a look at your values. Have a look at the dates. Have a look at any limiting beliefs that might be around it. And just make small little changes if you need to. And keep going. Because if you have a goal, if you have a determination, you move forward and you don't give up. Yes, we might tweak, we'll have wins and learnings. But if you move forward, you have a definite goal and you do not give up, the only way it can end is in fruition, with your goals being met with reality. So know that and be proud of yourself. Okay. And now what did I do? I closed membership group last night. However, there is 1 spot remaining. So if anybody is watching this that just wants that support, we've just kicked off 28-day magic gratitude with the magic 28-day gratitude challenge. There's group coaching on Tuesdays, every second Tuesday with me. Goals on a Monday, wins and learnings on a Friday. Journal prompts. It's a perfect roadmap to keep you on track. If you want that last spot, send me a PM. And if not, worry not. I'll be back next Tuesday, tomorrow week, with Tuesday's bite-sized training. Joe, great info. Nora needed this today. Awesome. I hope it helped. And how did you get the subtitles? Very clever. Okay, I didn't try and put subtitles on, so if there's subtitles on this, I have no idea actually where they came from, so I must look into that. But thanks so much for being here. It's been my pleasure as always. If you've any questions, pop them into comments. I will answer them over the next day or 2 as they come in, and drop me a PM if you want that last spot on the membership, or if you'd like more information about it. It's €39 per month, cancel any time. And the ladies in there are having big results with their goals, absolutely. So you'd be in a really high vibe community. Okay, have an awesome week. Huge love. Bye-bye.